My name is Emil. I'm a digital strategist. I answer marketing questions. This is episode number 52. It's about Google Shopping, the 10 beginner tips I think everybody should know, whether you're running campaigns or somebody's running them on your behalf. Now, this question is from Redacted Misery on Reddit, and his question seemed innocuous enough. One product versus multiple products. But as I read through it, I got a really good sense that this one question is loaded with a lot of information that a seasoned strategist can just pick apart and say, hey, we need to start somewhere different. So at the bottom, he says, I want to experiment, but I don't have the budget to do that yet. So any advice or experience is much appreciated. So Redacted Misery, this one's for you. In this video, I'm going to cover 10 things I wish I knew about Google Shopping before I went whole hog on it, smart shopping versus standard shopping and why that matters, and tips on improving performance overall with your shopping campaigns. But first, every Sunday, I send out one email that recaps all the marketing questions I answered that week. If you want to stay up to date on best practices, strategies, and become an overall stronger marketer, I think you would really enjoy this recap. It would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to the newsletter and my YouTube channel. Now, back to the answer. This list is built around concepts that I discuss with consultation and clients alike repeatedly. It's no particular order, just the big bulk movers. If you understand this, you have a leg up on 50 to 75% of all advertisers using Google Shopping, in my opinion. Number one, merchant store syncing. So your merchant center syncing to your store is one of the most frustrating things in the world. No matter how seasoned you are, no matter how many you've set up, there's always going to be something wrong majority of the time. So understand how both the merchant center and your store sync. So if you have a Shopify store, the native apps you're going to need to sync up there. If you have a WooCommerce store, the plugins you're going to need to get to sync up your merchant center to your products in your store. This is the first area to tackle. How do you get the best sync between your store and merchant center? Number two, what a product feed really is. It's not just taking the data from your store to Google Merchant Center. It's also every tool you have available to you to market your product. So you want to make sure the images are correct. You want to make sure titling is correct. The description is on point. There's so many elements that are passed on through the feed that understanding how that feed is constructed so Google can go and find you customers is paramount. Now, setting up product ratings. This is something that if you're a new store, you just don't have product ratings, but there is a way around this. You can inflate product ratings if you're investing in your own brand. So you're selling a product, reach out to every family member, friend, and have them buy the product from your store, receive it, and then use an app like stamped.io to collect user feedback from them. That user feedback will then be initiated or will be reported 5-star rating to your product with the review, and that will then display in your shopping feed results. Setting up product ratings is absolutely brutal in the beginning, but pays off a million times over if you do it as soon as humanly possible. Number four, build rich negative keyword strategies. So if you're selling a product like a phone case, the first thing you want to do is go and find all the ways somebody could search for a phone case that wouldn't trigger an intent-based search. For instance, best phone case for iPhone 13 is something you want to register for, but best phone case from Apple for iPhone 13, you kind of don't want to do that because Apple has its own branding and people are looking for something specific. Or best phone cases buy in bulk. If you look at all of the search terms that are humanly possible, which is billions of them, you want to build a rich negative keyword strategy that'll prevent your shopping ads to show. The less money you have in the beginning to start your campaign, the more you should focus on this negative keyword list. And as a rule of thumb, don't go to market without at least 300 negative keywords. Number five, smart shopping versus standard shopping. Google is going to want you to start a smart shopping campaign from the get-go. Do not do it. Smart shopping is a black box. You don't know what people are searching. You don't know which audiences are searching it. And it always tends to do really, really well for people who have a lot of products. But I see such huge fluctuations. So if you start off with smart shopping and a lot of products, you're going to do better than if you start off with standard shopping. But when things go awry, you won't know exactly why you're not winning. That entire smart shopping campaign should be reserved for after you've scaled your standard shopping campaign to multiple orders a day. Shoot for 10 to 20 orders a day, then open up smart shopping. That's my opinion. Standard shopping gives you flexibility, lets you understand who's searching for it, how they're searching for it, gives you idea of the keywords that are being used. If you're a beginner, do not start off with smart shopping campaign because you will not learn how to diagnose when inevitably sales start to decline. Number 6, set up campaigns by price group, not ad groups, but campaigns. So if you have a handful of products on your site, if you go to Google Shopping is always going to start serving the lowest cost product in your feed. So if you have, let's say, 6 products, and they range from $10 to $500. What you want to do is you have one campaign that has only the products that are between $10 and $25, then another campaign that has products between $30 and $50, and then another campaign that has products between $55 and $100. So your idea is to group it as close to price comparative price as humanly possible. That way they've got in that campaign serve the product by product description, title, and intent-based search, not by what the feed allows them by having a lower cost product to underserve your higher cost products. That's kind of convoluted, but set up by campaigns by price and groups. Number 7, start off strong with a $2 CPC. Everyone gives this advice where you're like, oh, we should do 40 cents, 20 cents here. Your goal is to get data and to start moving product. If you've put enough negative keywords in, you've got great product descriptions, insanely good landing pages, then go really strong and get data in there. Go $2 because Google's going to start serving your ads. Learn from those ads and improve the campaign, but don't try to be cheap off the beginning. You are not in a position to negotiate with Google. You have no data, they have no data. Your money is the tool that's going to get you to market the fastest here. Number 8, new campaigns start and end your day with keyword sculpting. So you launch a shopping campaign, even though you have 300 plus negative keywords, great product descriptions, landing pages, amazing. The moment you jump into your day in the morning, go and pull your search term report for all of the searches that happened to your standard shopping campaign and start finding words that you need to add to negative keyword list. That's how I start the day with new shopping campaigns. And in the afternoon, late afternoon, before you close out, repeat that process. You'll be shocked that you can add 10, 20, 30 new negative keywords every single day to that list to keep improving it. Number 9, DSAs, dynamic search ads, can help discover new keywords. I don't know why people run standard shopping campaigns and don't run DSAs. A DSA is a search campaign that uses a URL from your website or a URL from just one feed, and Google goes and creates the entire campaign for you, essentially. The ad copy, the headline, and serves up the product. You don't even give it a negative keyword list, in my opinion, and you definitely don't have even the option to give it a keyword list. It'll index your site, index those pages, and then it'll create the ads it thinks it should create for searches it thinks you should pop up for. And what you'll discover in your search term report, and I would just spend 20 to 30 bucks a day on this thing, is you want to understand 100% how Google is reading your page and what products Google wants to push from your website, and then what keywords it thinks you register for. And you'll find new keywords to put both in negative and in your ad copy for shopping. In your feed. What's really cool about this is Google reports that 15% of all Google searches are brand new. So that means that they've never seen a combination of words put into Google the way they did this one out of 15% of all searches. So for instance, nice Nike hat is probably a common search. Nice Nike hat for my dog to wear in December is so random that would fall into the 15% search. But at 15% globally, that's a lot of searches you may want to or not want to show up for. And the only way to really understand them is to use DSAs. Number 10, analytics. And this one has some subs. Get used to reading your analytics report. Make sure Google signals are turned on in Google Analytics. Make sure enhanced e-commerce is running in your Google Analytics, and understand how to read the multi-channel funnel. If you do those 3 things in analytics, familiarize yourself with those reports, what they mean, and how to read them, not only will you have the data from Google Ads, you also have the data from user behavior on your site to sculpt your pages, to better improve your feed, and of course, the most important thing, to turn a exposed budget, like whatever you're spending every single day with fingers crossed, into a more reliable source of income. I hope this helped. Had I known all of those things when I first started, I think my life would have been uber simple getting into shopping instead of having to learn things the hard way. If it does help, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a thumbs up, comment, like, and of course, as always, good luck and happy marketing.